So, I've been doing a lot of seminars lately, maybe 2 or 3 seminars a week, and was just going through in my mind what have I witnessed, what have I learned from this, what have I maybe gained from this, and how should I look upon this? Well, the first thing what I realize is that the entities, the beings, whatever you may call them, entity, being, sometimes a being is like something more greater than entity, but the beings, they don't come down here just to have enjoyment or just to have a good time. Well, some of them do, but basically they don't come down here to enjoy themselves. If, for example, if we call an entity or a being, for example, from a world of light, they require respect for themselves. They wish to have a respect that, for example, they come down to this earth for a form of channeling. They spend their time or they spend their energy, and they ask for respect. It's not like okay, please respect us, but in feelings I feel that they require respect. And respect, I mean that, for example, if they come down here, then call us down if you have a reason, call us down if you have a question, call us down if you have a reason. That is the most closest word, because many times when we start the channel, they come down here and nobody is asking any questions, and then they are like just wasting their time. They respect us, and we should respect them also. If we call them down, then ask questions, ask all you wish to ask, and we will help you as we can. That's what I receive many times for them. So this is the first thing. The next thing is also basically when there is in a room there is a human who is not interested in the channeling. For example, he is just listening to the channel and starting doing something with the mobile phone, or started writing something, something off from the messages that the channeler is giving. And this creates instantly a blockage. This creates like, okay, in audience there is a person who is not interested in this, so we should respect him also and should not push information. That's like a resistance being created. And this is the most common things that I have come across. The next thing is that basically when I was observing a channel and asking him questions, the next thing is that my mind somehow dumps up in a dream state or something like that, and basically you hear what the entity is telling, you are listening to him, but somehow you are floating and you are in a way not even hearing what he's saying. For example, you ask a question and then he starts to speak and you are floating somewhere, and he says, does this answer your question? I was like, yeah. And then what was he saying? And then I'm like, oh no, please listen. I say to myself, please listen. And then I try to listen to every word, and only then when I listen to every word, single word, focus on it strongly, only then I start to really understand the information that the entity is giving. Next thing is the difference in the universe. It's really, really wide range of beings out there, really, and the contrast is absolutely huge contrast. For example, I was channeling an entity. We basically tried to channel somebody who is more above the normal human, for example, us, like evolved in a way. But last time when we channeled, we called somebody who is just like us, looking around universe and trying to communicate with something really interesting. And these were some kind of well, they're not like human aliens, but they were like reptilian type of a form. I don't know what it is. And they had huge heads. And the human asked, do you have some kind of temperature there, like hot or cold? He said, temperature? What is temperature? He didn't know what temperature, because I understood they don't have this feeling as a strong temperature. They're like a frog, it can stay on hot and cold and only realize that whether the frog is burned or whether the frog is frozen. And they don't realize this. What is temperature? And then the person started describing what is temperature, describing. And the entity said, I said to you only 3 words, but you say to me maybe 100 words. How do you do that? And he was like really slow, and he was like, I said to you only 3 words, but you are telling me wide texts, many words. I said, why do you do that? And he said, we humans do this, and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, wow, so much thoughts. And then the woman was asking, but we as humans are evolving, and so on. He said, we as humans, and he turned this sentence to himself and said, how can I say to myself, we as humans? He said, how can you say such a thing, that we as humans? It's only you that is asking this question. And he started like, oh, how can you say? And his head started to hurt, and he was like, oh my God, so fast, so many thoughts. And this was really interesting. I even draw him. So the next thing was that many entities don't have any leak words, by meaning that they don't say words like they are precise. They are precise and sharp. Many entities are like this. Humans are like, well, maybe tomorrow, oh no, maybe not tomorrow, oh maybe yes, I will go to a shop tomorrow, oh, but I don't know yet. And they say, I will go to shop. I'm going to shop. I'm going to buy this, and this. They don't have this like a spinning thought forms, crazy thought forms in their head. They don't have this. And this is also another interesting thing for me, because this is like, wow, really interesting, because we as humans basically look upon universe to be really similar. There should be aliens. By definition, they should be more clever, more advanced, and more blah 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 blah. For basically, the first channeler which I started channel was Enrico. He was like extremely excited and doesn't care about anything, doesn't care about any problems. He's like, you are so interesting, everything is so interesting. He sometimes even person asks a question and he's like, why do you ask such a question? It's only based on your fears. And yeah, but I want no answer. But why do you want no answer? This question is based on your fear belief systems. And they're like, but you don't answer anything. But you don't ask anything. He said, but I already asked. He said, you are asking this question which is based upon your fear negative belief systems. This is not a question. This is only fear energy that's causing you to have thought forms and then ask these thought forms. This is not the question that you are interested in. And humans do not understand this. So basically what I come across when I started the channel is that there are really huge circus out there. Huge, wide range of circus. Incredible range of circus. I cannot even explain how incredible circus. Circus that many variety of different beings. Many. Big head, small head, physical, non-physical, energetical, non-energetical. Million types of... It's just like really astounding how many entities say how the universe or the God or the creation expresses itself. It's like truly a masterpiece, truly amazing. It's like you cannot even believe how amazing it is. And then a few days ago I was thinking, what can be the best information that the channeling can give? Energy, understanding, different point of view on situations, and the next thing that I really considered as being valuable is inspire people. really inspire people. This is the, well, if you don't receive any information in the channeling, for example, that there were no my questions, he didn't answer me how I understood this question, and so on and so on. But even if you get a quality like you really are inspired to do something, you really are energetically to do something, this is a huge value, to inspire that, hey, you are not limited, hey, you are something more, hey, you are loved, hey, there are just many, you cannot even know from my story how the creation, how the universe loves you. You don't even imagine this. Basically, sometimes when we feel sad, we feel like, oh, nobody loves me, and so on and so on. But it's like totally blissed love that it is. All thoughts, all feelings, it's just the highest expression of love. One time I was asking, because there is another lady who channels the beings from, the angel world, you would say, the highly evolved humans, like many spiritual teachers come from that place or go to that place, like, and they inspire humans. What was I wanted to tell? The thing is, the memory dumps off quickly. Sometimes I think, even when I drive the car and speak these videos, I'm in a way of channeling form, and then the channel disappears, and I'm like, well, what was I telling? I don't remember anything. Well, I remember that I was saying something, but what, I don't know. So try. Well, the thing is, I cannot view what I have said in this camera, but I'm trying to remember. Well, I don't remember, but I was speaking about the really high evolved humans, the future humans. And the one thing I wanted to share is that they don't look upon situations. They don't even care about the situation. They always say, you are highly loved, everything is just love. And when you receive this energy from them, you are like, I'm in home, I'm finally at home, finally I'm at home. Just such tremendous amount of this loving energy. Just you cannot even express in words how powerful that is. And that is really a value also from the channeling, that you understand the total differences, that there are like different types of entities and also worlds like this. So what else have I learned? I wanted to share this story about also one lady was asking to an entity, do you have doubts? He said, doubts of what? For example, doubts that you plan to land your ship at 9 o'clock and that you will not land at 9 o'clock. He said, where is their doubts? I will land at 9 o'clock. Where is their doubts? And the lady said, but do you have fear or doubts that you will not land at 9 o'clock? He said, I will land at 9 o'clock. Everything is planned precisely, second by second, millisecond. There isn't even a thought that he will not land. Everything is planned, but it's not like sake of plan, okay, this. It's just like everything is precise. And even 9 o'clock is precise at 9 o'clock. There isn't no shadow of a doubt, how the Daryl says, that he will land at 9 o'clock. And basically this entity was when we tried to channel somebody from the Bashar civilization. And he called himself John. And he said, he will land at 9 o'clock. How can there be doubts? He said, fears of what? Fears of doubts? Or fears of that I will land at 9 o'clock? there is no place for such a thought, because he will land at 9 o'clock. And I was like, man, such a different thinking. And I was like, man, well, this is really interesting for me also to be channel such an entity. It was really wide perspective that, whoa, there is just like, well, really, human thinking is really strange. Human thinking is really strange. And this is one interesting thing. So what else have I learned? What I learned is also that I would love to do English channelings more. And also we are having difficulties imagining of what entity we should call, or what entity we should talk, or what kind of information topics we would talk about. And here we are having quite big difficulties lately. Basically, all our channeling information gazes around aliens, UFOs, and future things. But there's so many other things that we can talk about. But there's a need or a wish to do so, and we cannot find a wish to do so, like to do information channeling. So this is quite, it's getting difficult right now to channel. But for English, no problem, because nobody understands what we have channeled. And in Latvian, maybe there are some few translations, but it's no problem at all. English, no problem. Just let it rip. And I was thinking to do like Google Hangout channelings. And also one thing is that I want to learn to channel, like practice channeling really precise in a way of, I call people who have passed away. One time we channeled a dead person. He said, "I'm dead." "No, I'm not dead. You are dead. You are more closer to dead than I am. When I was human, I was half dead, because really limited thoughts approach on many things. But when he's now dead, you would say, he's feeling only then alive. So, and what I want to try is that call out some dead person who have passed away and try to get details from him, like where did you die, where did you live, what was your name, how old were you, of what did you die, and gather this information, and then check it on Wikipedia, for example, find this person, and have all the details that I can get of him, and then just learn to practice in huge details. And this is the thing I would like to learn, because also if you call the dead person, okay, what do you want to do? I'm not interested in you. But if you say that, hey, I'm doing this for my study, can you help me to study? He said, okay, there is a reason, we can try. For example, call out an entity that would want to practice with you also. And this is another interesting thing. So I'm almost in my countryside. I can give you a view around. And you can see everything is quite green. And what will I do here? I will go and channel nature energy, channel energy from the nature. Okay, so thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video. And you can subscribe, please, and send me. I have created a playlist with English videos. All English videos will be posted there, so you can check on my channel English videos, so that you don't have to search for any, like that. All English videos will be there, so you don't have to search between English and Latvian videos. And hope you like this video. Enjoy, subscribe, you can write me, you can comment me. And another thing is, well, many times I would love to replay to your comment, but I don't know why on YouTube I cannot replay to that comment, because I don't know, it just shows linked comment, and I cannot find a replay button to it. So I'm not sure how to do that. And also quite strange, the message thing is on YouTube. The reply to messages is really strange. And I'm doing channeling also as a service to channel for others. And if you want to have channeling services with me, I think I can help you. Look at that house; it's like standing there for like maybe 10 years or so. All right, so enjoy, have a good day, and may the absolute best happen what eternity has to offer. As Astarius, yo.